The land of Israel and Palestine, a region steeped in history and culture, a place of arid deserts and fertile valleys where the harsh and the lush coexist, a crossroads of continents where east meets west. This small corner of the world has witnessed millennia of human history, from the earliest settlements to the rise and fall of great empires. Its story is etched in ancient ruins, whispered in holy texts, and reflected in the faces of its people, each telling a tale of their own. This is a land where echoes of the past resonate in the present, where history and modernity intertwine seamlessly, where empires have risen and fallen, leaving behind a rich tapestry of stories and legacies, where prophets have walked and religions have been born, shaping the beliefs of millions around the world. Join me now as we journey through time, exploring the rich tapestry of this ancient land, uncovering its secrets and marvels. Our journey begins millennia ago, long before the rise of empires we know today, in a time when the land was wild and untamed. The land was already teeming with life, a vibrant ecosystem that supported a myriad of species. Early humans found refuge in its caves, leaving behind traces of their existence for us to discover. They farmed its fertile valleys, harnessing the land's bounty to sustain their communities. They built the first settlements, laying the foundation for the civilizations to come, each adding to the rich history of this remarkable land. Around 3000 BC, a new chapter began. The Canaanites, skilled seafarers and traders, arrived in the land. They established cities and kingdoms. They developed agriculture, pottery, and metalworking. The Canaanites were a vibrant and diverse people. They worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses. Their culture left an indelible mark on the region. One of the most significant Canaanite innovations was their alphabet. This revolutionary system of writing, with its simple symbols representing sounds, became the foundation for many alphabets used today. It facilitated trade and communication. The Canaanite legacy is interwoven into the very fabric of this land. By 1000 BC, a new group emerged on the scene, the Israelites. They were a nomadic people who migrated to the land. Their story is told in the Hebrew Bible, a text of profound religious and historical significance. The Bible describes the Israelites' exodus from Egypt. It tells of their covenant with God. It recounts their struggles and triumphs as they established a kingdom in the land. Under the reign of kings like David and Solomon, the Israelites reached the height of their power. They built a magnificent temple in Jerusalem. This temple became the center of their religious life. However, their kingdom eventually divided. They faced invasions and conquests. The land of Israel and Palestine, situated at the crossroads of ancient trade routes, became a coveted prize for empires. Its strategic location made it a melting pot of cultures and a battleground for control. The Greeks, under the leadership of Alexander the Great, conquered the region in the 4th century BC. His conquests spread Greek culture far and wide. They brought with them their language, culture, and philosophy, which deeply influenced the local populations. Greek influence spread throughout the land, leaving a lasting legacy in architecture, art, and thought. The Romans followed in the 1st century BC, bringing their own brand of governance and engineering prowess. They established the province of Judea, integrating it into the vast Roman Empire. They built roads, aqueducts, and cities, transforming the landscape with their advanced infrastructure. The Roman period witnessed the birth of Christianity, a faith that would eventually spread across the globe. It also saw the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem in 70 AD, a catastrophic event for the Jewish people. This event marked a significant turning point in Jewish history, leading to the Jewish diaspora. The Roman Empire eventually split in two, with the eastern half becoming the Byzantine Empire. The eastern half, known as the Byzantine Empire, continued to rule the land. The Byzantines were staunchly Christian. They built churches and monasteries, leaving a profound religious and cultural impact. They promoted Christianity throughout the region, shaping its spiritual landscape for centuries to come. Section 5. The arrival of Islam. A new era begins. In the 7th century AD, a new force emerged from the Arabian Peninsula, Islam. The Prophet Muhammad's teachings of monotheism and social justice resonated with many. Muslim armies carrying the message of Islam swept across the Middle East and North Africa. Jerusalem, sacred to both Jews and Christians, also became a holy city for Muslims. The Dome of the Rock, built on the Temple Mount, commemorates the Prophet Muhammad's miraculous night journey. The arrival of Islam ushered in a new era in the land of Israel and Palestine. Section 6. The Crusades, a clash of faiths. The 11th century witnessed a series of religious wars known as the Crusades. European Christians, driven by religious fervor and a desire to reclaim the Holy Land, launched military expeditions to the east. The Crusades led to the establishment of Crusader kingdoms in the land of Israel and Palestine. These kingdoms were characterized by conflict and instability. The Crusaders and Muslims fought for control of Jerusalem and other holy sites. The Crusades had a profound impact on the region, leaving a legacy of bitterness and mistrust. Section 7. Ottoman rule. Centuries of change. In the 16th century, the Ottoman Empire, a powerful Muslim empire, conquered the land of Israel and Palestine. The Ottomans brought a period of relative stability and peace. They ruled for centuries. They implemented administrative reforms. They encouraged trade. They oversaw the construction of mosques, bridges, and other public works. Under Ottoman rule, the land was home to a diverse population of Muslims, Christians, and Jews. Each community maintained its own religious and cultural traditions. The Ottomans allowed for a degree of self-governance among the different religious groups. Section 8. A land divided, the British Mandate. The Ottoman Empire's decline in the late 19th and early 20th centuries led to growing European influence in the Middle East. During World War I, Britain gained control of the land of Israel and Palestine. After the war, the League of Nations granted Britain a mandate to administer the territory. The British Mandate period witnessed increasing tensions between the Jewish and Arab populations. Jewish immigration to Palestine increased, fueled in part by the Zionist movement's goal of establishing a Jewish state. Arabs, who made up the majority of the population, resisted Jewish immigration and land purchases, fearing displacement and dispossession. Section 9. Birth of two nations, Israel and Palestine. The situation in Palestine reached a boiling point after World War II as tensions between Jewish and Arab communities escalated. The horrors of the Holocaust, in which 6 million Jews were murdered by Nazi Germany, intensified calls for a Jewish homeland. The global Jewish community, deeply scarred by the atrocities, sought a safe haven. In 1947, the United Nations voted to partition Palestine into two states, one Jewish and one Arab. This decision was seen as a solution to the growing conflict. The Jewish leadership accepted the partition plan, viewing it as a step towards establishing their own nation. However, the Arab leadership rejected it, fearing loss of land and sovereignty. On May 14, 1948, David Ben-Gurion, the head of the Jewish Agency, declared the establishment of the State of Israel. This historic moment was met with jubilation among Jews worldwide. The following day, armies from neighboring Arab states invaded, marking the beginning of the 1948 Arab-Israeli War. This conflict would shape the region's future for decades to come. Section 10. A legacy of conflict seeking peace in a troubled land. The 1948 war had a profound impact on the region. Israel emerged victorious, expanding its territory beyond the UN partition plan. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians fled or were expelled from their homes, becoming refugees. The war left a legacy of displacement, bitterness, and mistrust. Since then, Israel and its Arab neighbors have fought several wars. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains one of the most intractable conflicts in the world. Efforts to achieve a lasting peace have been elusive, hampered by mistrust, violence, and political complexities. Section 11. Looking towards the future, hope amidst uncertainty. The land of Israel and Palestine stands at a crossroads. The weight of history hangs heavy, yet amidst the challenges there is hope. People on both sides of the divide yearn for peace. They strive for a future where their children can live in security and dignity. The path ahead is uncertain. It will require courage, compassion, and a willingness to compromise. The international community has a role to play in supporting a just and lasting peace. Only then can the land of Israel and Palestine, this ancient land of echoes, fulfill its potential as a place of peace and prosperity for all.